Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to teach you how to create a contact us form with PHP. We are going to create it from scratch, from the zero. I have nothing here in my directory. Yes, to create this I'm using the cPanel file manager from CopaHost. Okay, and I'm going to create the files from the zero. So first of all, let's click here to a new file. I'm going to name my file contact.html, and now I'm going to edit this file. Okay, so I have a blank file. Okay, first of all, we are going to place the standard HTML tags. Now inside it we are placing the body text. Here we have the standard structure for the HTML, and now we are going to create the form tag. We must open the form tag and then close the form tag. Okay, first of all, we must set the form action equals send.php and method equals post. What does it mean? That means that after the form is submitted, is sent, the action will be send.php. So this file will handle the request, will do the job. Okay, so action, you specify what file are you going to call after the form is submitted, and then the method equals post. So what's the difference between post and the other method, get? As you use get, you will see parameters just like this in the URL bar. In this example I'm using post because I think it's more safe. You won't have this, so all the data will be posted in the background. Okay, so our standard form is created. Now we are going to create the fields. First of all, I'm going to add a field called client name, and then input type equals text name client. Here I just created the text field. Input type is text for the name, and the name of the field is client. This field name will be handled in the future by send.php. Okay, let's just save this and check how our form is right now. Okay, now I'm going to refresh the page. Here is our file. So we have client name and a text field. Okay, now I'm going to add the second field. I'm going to separate them with some BRs. Now the field will be client email, input type email, name email. So what does it mean? I'm creating a new field with the type email. This type equals email is a new type of HTML5. It will check the syntax of the form to assure the email is posted correctly, and the field name is email. Just don't make a confusion between this and this. This is the field input type. I could use here an input type text as well, that's not a problem, and the field name is email. Okay, but just to make this a little more HTML5 compliant, I'm going to use input type equals email. Okay, and then I'm going to create the text area with the field message. So here we have the text area. What's the main difference between text area and input? The input is a simple line field, while the text area is a dynamic and bigger field. Let's see how our form looks like right now. I'm going to save the changes and then check it again. Okay, now we have client name, client email, and then our message. So going back to the editor, now we must add a input type equals submit field, value equals send message. This input type equals submit is just a button, okay, which will automatically submit this form as soon as it is clicked. Okay, so let's save again. Let's see how it's been now. So we have the client name, the client email, the message, and then send message. But okay, you may say the text area is so narrow, is so short. How can we increase it automatically? We are going back to the file editor, and then we're going to add here two parameters. Rows equals 10, calls equal 15. What does it mean? We are simply telling this we have 10 rows and 50 columns. Let's see the result now. Saving the file and then coming back to here. Okay, by default the text area is bigger now. So we're going back to the editor here. Now we have our form ready. Okay, just reminding how is our form. First of all, we have form action with the file which will handle the request, method equals post, so that you can hide the parameters for our safety. The field client name, input type equals text, name is client, client email with an input type equals email, and then the name is email. Okay, so inside send.php we need to handle basically three fields. First field client, second field email, and third field message. Okay, so our HTML is ready. We are saving this, and now we're going to create the PHP file send.php to receive this content. We're going to close this. Now we're going to create a new file called send.php. Okay, now we have this file ready and we're going to edit. Okay, now inside send.php, first of all, we must create the initial and the ending PHP tags, which are this and this one. Every PHP file must contain these tags, and inside here we must place our code. So first of all, we must receive the fields in our last example. I'm going just to reopen the source code of the form to make things easier. Okay, so first of all, view page source. We're going to first of all receive this field, client. So we come here, and first of all we create a variable client equals post client. What does it mean? I'm receiving the post from the previous form, the field client, which is exactly this field, input name client, okay, and feeding the variable client with this content, okay. Afterwards I'm going to receive the second field, which is the email, so I will do the same. And the text of my message. Okay, now we have the three variables received by our form, and then afterwards I'm going to create the mailing command of PHP. I'm going to use the mail command. First of all, the first parameter of this field is the destination email. I'm going to use an example just like John at domainexample.com, which is my email for this test, okay. Afterwards I'm going to place the subject of the email, and then I'm going to place the message, and now it comes a little trick. We're going to place from email bar r bar n. So let's just review the mail command. First of all, the first parameter is the destination email. I'm going to receive the contact form in my email, my personal email. Second is the subject of the message. Third is the message which the customer sent to me. And the little trick is the fourth field, which is the from email address. We must write from 2 points the email address of the customer, and then bar r bar n. This is the only trick. Okay, so I'm going to add one confirmation in the end. So as the customer sends us a contact, he's going to see this message: thanks for contacting us. Okay, we're going to save this. Then we're going back to our example. So in the same folder we have now contact.html and send.php, two files. The first is a form and the second is the PHP file. So we're opening again the form, and now I'm going to make a submission as a test. Okay, then I'm going to click send message. So I got the confirmation email, and now the email is sent. Let's just confirm in our mailbox whether the message arrived for us. Okay, so now we're going to check our email to see how the message arrived for us. So here it is. The subject, contact from the site, from the customer name. Let's see how the message looks like. That's it. Hello John, nice to see you. This is the message we received. Okay, there is some ways to improve our form. I'm going to teach you how to make some fields obligatory. Let's come back to the form here. Okay, if we post a blank form, it's going to accept. So this is useless for us to receive a blank email. So we are coming back to the file editor, Let's edit again our contact.html file. So there is a little trick here. We can add one parameter called required to each field. Let's make required in the text field, client name. I'm also making required to the email field, client email, and I'm also making required for the text area field. What does it mean? As you add required, the customer will be obligated to fill in this field. Let's just make a test. Let's save the file, go back to our form, let's just reload. Now I'm going to try to submit without any content. So our browser just complains. Let's try this one. Okay, I have filled the first field. Let's try to submit again only with these two blank. Okay, so it complains for every field we try to submit. So let's try some email, and again send. It complains also about the message. So okay, now as we have our form completed, we're going to send a message. So we have a success message. Okay, so this is the basic form for contact us in PHP. This example is quite simple. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, and if you enjoyed, please like this on YouTube. Okay, have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.